Now, since we're back to you,
Yeah.
Are you driven by particular themes? I like your poem on the one titled "What Are You Wearing?"
What do you wear?
What do you wear? What do you wear?
What do you
And
wear?
I think we've got a clip of that which we're going to play.
Okay.
But I mean, are you driven by particular themes? When I was listening to that, by the
Yes.
way, I felt initially I was wondering, where is she going with this? You know, it seemed like you were going in a particular direction,
Yeah.
and then you had this landing
Yeah.
that was very exciting. So,
Yeah.
are you driven by particular themes?
Honestly speaking,
or you just enjoy yourself?
I'm driven by life. I'm an old soul. I've been told so. I've been told so many times. Someone said to me when I was 16 that, you know, you can marry a 50-year-old man, this girl. You know, I think, no, I was 18. Sorry, I wasn't 16. I was 18. And I didn't understand what she was saying. But later on, I understood that I think ahead of my mates, and I think deeply about anything. In fact, some people call it worry. But I think deeply about everything. And what affects me is life. Life and decisions, how experiences impact on a person, alternative realities. What would I have become if I never practiced law? What would I have become if I never performed poetry? So my decisions, people's decisions constantly affect who they end up becoming. And then as I grew up older, Nigeria started affecting me, and it's just different things, because there was a way I grew up. We were told, oh, you know, don't let boys touch you. You know, we were told if a boy touches you, you get pregnant. we were told you have to tell the truth, don't lie. And anybody could tell you. Like, I grew up around aunties and uncles. Everybody was your father and your mother in Nigeria. Nowadays, it's so different. You know, if you brought money home, people would ask you, where did you get that money from? Now, some parents are expecting the children to bring money home, and there's no questions being asked. There's a disorder of things, and it's really from the way the economy has gone, structural faults that have occurred in Nigeria, bad governorship, bad government, bad governance. You know, it influences all kinds of things, and I feel like our moral fabric is being eroded in Nigeria. So for me, there's a part of me that just cries out for a change in Nigeria, but not just from the political angle, but from the individual angle. I believe that every time you make a decision, you're affecting someone out there. So when I decide to break a traffic law, I'm likely to kill somebody, right? So my themes usually border on people's thoughts, issues that cut your heart. So it's either heartbreak, runs girls, sugar daddies, politics, the way women treat one another, the way women treat men, the way men treat women, but mostly about Nigeria, single parenting. It's just issues that we're faced with, you know, in Nigeria nowadays. So I find that I write more on those themes. But I have themes from relationships to God to life, you know, in general.
Okay, so we're going to watch a short clip of your performance. Okay. What do you wear?
I hope it's one of the good ones. Okay, no problem.
I wear Gucci and Zanotti, bought from lands far and exotic. ₦1 million worth of weave on with heels that can pay the bills. I wear my outdoor designer outfits, though my heart is filled with pits. I wish someone would say I love you and for once actually mean it. I wear my spinster hood like a well-cut jacket, paste on it designer labels, Gucci, still single, Prada, sadness. The fragrances that fill my empty womb. I wear the lonely reality of the independent and strong black woman. I do not know how to pretend or scheme, so I sew on the pretense of a warrior and fix on my head a Brazilian weave. What do you wear? I wear a foreign accent and own a foreign certified degree. Still at night I go to bed without electricity. I wear the morning like a burden on these Lagos streets. Repeat my daily politeness, but damn, I can't stand the heat. I wish I could go back home, though, abroad where everything is nice and neat, but the money is here. However, this is the land of opportunity.
Okay, so what was that about?
So, What Do You Wear is a poem spoken by five female voices, or 5 female characters. And what inspired that poem was me thinking about the women in Nigeria. The reason when we were young, there's a way we thought we were going to be. There's the kind of woman we wanted to be. There are things we said, I would never do that, you know. And then as we grow older, we find out that life happens to us and we become something else. So I decided to write the poem from the angle of why each of those characters have become the person they've become. I drew from personal experience. I drew from one of my friend's experience. It's funny because when I first wrote the poem, my friend, I wrote it in a political fashion. So I played it for my friend, Biola, and she was like, why are you not writing from the personal perspective, Donna? The reason why your poems resonate with people is because you write from the personal. I said, I'm tired of talking about myself. She goes, nonsense, talk about me. So, so I went back and changed the poem. And so I draw from her life experience, I draw from my life experience, and then I just imagined how a runt girl becomes a runt girl. For people who don't know, runt girls are girls who are not exactly prostitutes, but they will sleep with anyone, you know, for a fair amount of money. They will run the night for you, you know, for a fee. So just looking at the runt girl who has had to survive and why she's become that way, and look at the women of leisure who have lonely marriages but have had to end up being that way. Or look at a lot of, if you remember in 2008, 2009, when the financial crisis, the financial meltdown globally happened, a lot of Nigerians came back into Nigeria, and we had an influx of people who were coming back and, you know, and trying to adjust to Nigeria. So one of them, their story is there. Just imagine what it's like, where you don't understand what people are saying, but you have to be polite, and you're coming from England, but you're sleeping without NEPA, you know, without power, you know, just all of those things, and ends it by saying that the person speaking is every kind of woman, but what is that person wearing? Why have you become what you wear? What you wear is your experience in the poem. It's not actually the clothes. Is who you have become is what you wear. So that's why I keep asking the question, what do you wear?
That's very profound, very, very profound. All right, so finally I'm going to ask you to perform a poem in honor of Maya Angelou.
Okay.
I'll be happy if you do that.
Okay, no problem at all. All right. Before you plant that seed deep within her womb, be careful to study that what you plant is life and not a tomb. See this man bred from a generation of thieves. He never paused to consider whether there be a sieve planted in the canal of his testis, testing its seed quality, controlling to ensure that zygote thieves from him remained unborn, and so that his generations ahead of him were striking a resemblance of face and of their fathers, nuisance thieves, begetting thieves, begat thieves, beget thieves. Wait. Before you plant that seed deep within her womb, be careful to study that what you plant is life and not a tomb. 120 moons passed, and see that boy sat by the tree. The elders came dragging his father, nearly breaking his neck. 3 wives and 12 concubines could not wrestle him free. Their breadwinner had committed adultery, but the boy did not run fast enough from his past, you see, so divorced and separated. And a father of 4 by 6 women, his only he is just at the age of 33. Wait. Before you plant that seed deep within her womb, be careful to study that what you plant is life and not a tomb. That girl child, the president's daughter, raised only by nannies, thoroughly trained on the streets by many forms of the male species, never told, don't let boys touch you, you get pregnant, you see. Given all that she wanted plus everything that mother pleased, we are the ones in power, living large, enough money, until at 16, her missing period no one could account for. Was it her father's friend, her uncle, or one of the other 4? Still, honey, let's kill this matter, or people will laugh at us. There will be no fear. Society will no longer respect us. Yet now, at 26, a lavish wedding for her is being planned. It will cost 60 million naira. The tabloids, they run mad. Her fiancé, the son of a polygamous politician, sits worried. His brother known to have a wandering hand. Bring forth children with a history of an incestuous past. Have fate play again that age-old wicked recycling hand. Wait. Before you plant that seed deep within her womb, be careful to study that what you plant is life and not a tomb. That man who is now a leader of millions, let me read you of his life, his past, where he comes from, his father, his father's father. Behold, all generations of them three, they never learned to stand for themselves. Pessimists, they never took the lead. Slave masters it was that reigned over their family tree. And now you expect them to lead this people 100,000,003? Did you not hear where he came from? His legacy, the coward seed. There is a fear that kills the men in his family while they yet live. It makes them crave for nothing, no fire in their belly. Wait. Before you plant that seed deep within her womb, be careful to study that what you plant is life and not a tomb. I'm reminded of that story told tens of thousands of years ago of a superior being, communion, creating a spiritual stronghold. Let us make these men in our image. Give them the world to rule. Today, all I see is men born as kings living destitute. So this is what, oh man, you ought to do. Purge yourself of your past, even by deliberate solitude. Pray to God, yes, listen to a motivational tape. Be determined that your seeds unborn will surely escape from potential bad seeds, craving for the earth to populate. And before the seeds are brewed in your gland, deep in the prostrates, before the blood fills your electoral tissues like a flood, destroy the potential tomb by faith and even by his blood. Ensure that you've secured your future. Bring forth only your next best generation, not so for the past. Bring forth life and not a tomb. You are not your father, you are just his child. Bring forth only the new version of you, fulfilling a good father's prayer that you will be a better man, better than him, a goodly seed. Go on before you plant that seed deep within her womb. Get on your knees, man, and destroy their potential tomb. Come bearing seed, come willing to conceive. For God, for man, and even for country, a superior legacy. Come! Bearing only good seed.